Hello, I just thought I'd do a video out of interest because I was fascinated and thought some of the discoveries that I've gleaned today may be of interest to someone else. It started on my quest to look into the Chinese astrology and zodiac and the 5 elements that make up part of the zodiac. Or astrology for the Chinese astrology. What I discovered that the 12 creatures or animals, and they go in cycles. Like, obviously everything is a cycle, a beginning and end, and that oftentimes there are more things we have in common than we have apart, and it's always that process of holding on, letting go, receiving, giving. The 12 animals, starting with the rat, and then each year, so the rat, for instance, my birthday ends my birthday year ends with a naught, so that would be your starting point. And then my husband's birthday year ends in a 1. My daughter also has a birthday with a year ending in a 0. Her fiance also is a 1 year. And then my son is a 3 year, and his girlfriend is a 6 year. So at each point, there is a different animal associated with that particular year, and going in 12-year cycles. So it was fascinating that 1, 2, 3, 4 of us all had the element of metal, and then it went to the year 3, water, and 1906 was fire. So each year also has an associated yin or yang to that year. So yin, and the yang, the sign that is a little bit dark, a little bit of dark and a little bit of light in each, but predominantly one or predominantly the other. So the whole astrology for Chinese zodiac was thought to have been started in the spring and autumn of the year 1770 to 476 BC, and as well as what would be seen as traditional astrology in the West, which is based on the Gregorian calendar. Chinese astrology is based on lunar cycles, and it also influences direction. So, for instance, feng shui, and then also the qualities and different elements sometimes is used, or a lot of times is used in Chinese medicine. I also discovered that there are 2 forces that go through with the elements, particularly looking at the elements. So you have like a star shape with the 5, like a pentacle, and then those stars, the star shape is interconnected, and within that there's the cycles that go around and the direction of flow as well. So the interactions that go around at each point of the star is a different element, and that would be the generating interactions. So that would be fueling, forming, containing, carrying, and feeding. And then it goes into what happens when you overcome those interactions. So there's melting, penetrating, separating, absorbing, and quenching. The generating star cycle it has a particular flow. So wood makes fire, and when fire burns, it creates earth. When earth, then earth bears metal, and out of metal runs the water. So water makes wood grow. And then with the controlling cycle, fire melts metal, metal chops wood, wood breaks the earth, and then you continue as before. So for each year, as I said, 5 points to the star, and there were 6 of us in our little family group. So as well as the metal part, I just wanted to see what year that was. So again, it's like honoring the differences and having similarities. So for my year, it was a Yang year, and then it went, and again, a metal year, my husband was Yin, and a 1990 year was Yang, and followed by a Yin year. Also a Yin year for water, and then it went to a Yang year for fire. And so this year, the water year, again, happens to be a Yang year. So the elements within the Yin and the Yang. So the Yin is seen as a positive, more positive, passive, intuitive, dark, night, cold, soft, slow, and associated with the moon, and is often seen as the feminine side. And then the Yang is, sorry, I got that mixed up. So the Yin is the negative, feminine, passive, intuitive, dark, night, cold, soft, slow, and associated with the moon. The Yang is the positive and more masculine energy, which is active, logical, light, day, hot, hard, fast, and the sun. Then I went on to think about the qualities of each of the different elements, just using our family as an example. And I didn't complete the controlling cycle. So when wood breaks the earth, earth soaks up water and blocks its flow. Water controls fire. So you have some good parts, some, and then some correct, and then flow, stagnant, and then, fire comes and transmutes, and different alchemies happen. As a generalization, so water signs within the Chinese medicine would be sympathetic, maybe perfectionist, and seen as a coordinator. For fire, they're seen as courageous, passionate, and good at research. And for metal, the qualities are determined, persistent, workaholic, and often a manager. So that is the roundup of what I discovered. There's so much more to that, and it is quite a fascinating subject. So for today, the cards I pulled myself, but also can link into this part positive, part negative, part divine masculine, part divine feminine. The card I pulled today was the Shekinah, about sacred self. So you see the white dove and the Sophia. In the Gnostic religions, it is seen as the feminine part of the spirit, and with the Holy Spirit, you and God and creation, you have seen as a male and a female element. So this is the female element to the Holy Spirit. So thank you for listening. And I'll see what I can go up with another time. Thanks for now. Bye-bye.